Good morning, students. How are you all? Today we are here to discuss the first chapter of geography, that is environment. But before starting our topic, we need to understand the term environment. As we all heard lot of many times that environment is polluting day by day, good environment is essential for the good life. So what actually environment means? Environment means the surrounding, or we can say a living condition of all forms of life on the earth. As look at the definition of environment, the term environment means the surrounding or living condition of all forms of life on earth. All the different forms of life which is present in our surrounding is considered as an environment. Moving further, there is one extract that is related with the Chipko movement. As we all know that Chipko movement is further related with the prevention of trees from being cut down. Firstly, you have to read the extract and after that answer the question which are given below. Like the first question is, what was Chipko movement? The first answer is, the Chipko movement was an effort to save trees and forest from felling by the forest constructor. The another one is, who started this movement? Who started this movement is Sundar Lal Bahuguna started this movement. After that, moving further, where was Chipko movement started? Firstly, it was started in Uttar Pradesh. And moving further, when did it begin? Definitely the Chipko movement begins in 1973. And where did it started? It started in Uttar Pradesh. And moving further, now we are going to discuss about the different types of, or we can able to say the classification of environment. The environment is further classified into two types. The first one is natural environment and the second one is human environment. The word natural, it is quite clear. So the word natural means the thing which is naturally occur. The thing which is naturally occur in our environment is called natural environment. Further, in the natural environment, two types of things are there. The first one is living things and another one is non-living thing. Living things are considered as a biotic or biological components, like plants, animals and human beings all are included into the living things, or we can able to say all are included into the biotic component. And further, a biotic represents to the non-living things like land, water, air. All such kind of things are called non-living things and are included into the biotic. Natural environment consists of two. The first one is living things and another one is non-living thing. And moving further, living things include plant, animal and human, that is known as biotic components. And the abiotic represents to the non-living thing, which include the land, water and air. Now we are going to discuss about the domains and the realms of earth. Now what do you understand by the word domains? When we collectively joined the biotic and abiotic environment and together it means makes the domains of the earth. There are four types of domains. The first one is lithosphere, second one is hydrosphere, third one is atmosphere and fourth one is biosphere. Before starting the domains, we need to check out this question. What is the significance of 5 June with respect to our earth and its environment? Definitely the 5th June is a date which is considered as a World Environment Day and it plays an important role in the environment stability because this day is celebrated as a World Environment Day. 5th June, remember the date, that 5th June is considered as a World Environment Date. Now the first domain is lithosphere. The word lithosphere relates with the land. All the different layers of land is considered as a lithosphere. Now what is different layers of land? Look at this picture. This is the picture of lithosphere. The upper part is known as crust. The crust where all the people where we are living, we all are living on the crust. Moving downward, the center part is considered as a mantle. Now, what is mantle? Mantle is further divided into two parts, the upper mantle and the lower mantle. Next is how lithosphere is considered as an important part of earth. As we all know that we all are living on the earth, so it provides us forest, grass, land, soil, crop to grow and land to live. We can able to get minerals like coal, natural gas, iron, oil from all such things from the land portion, that is lithosphere. That's why the lithosphere is quite important. Moving further, we have discussed the second domain, that is hydrosphere. Hydrosphere word represents to the water. The word hydrosphere relates with the water on the earth. We all know that water is very essential part of our life, and water is further comprises of three parts, that is solid, liquid and gas. Solid represents to the ice, liquid represents to the water, third gas represents to the water vapors. And now water vapors, or we can able to see why hydrosphere is that much important. As we discussed, that essential part of it is essential part of our life. We used it for drinking, we used it for cleaning our clothes, we used it to produce different kind of product, we used water in the agriculture as well, we use water for the industrial purpose as well. Oceans provides us foods and minerals. So many things are in our surroundings, so many things are there in our environment which is dependent on the waters. That's why water is an essential part of an environment. Hope you all are clear about the lithosphere and hydrosphere. Lithosphere represents to the land portion. We get so many things from the land, that is forest, grassland. We got iron ore, natural gases, coals, such things from our land. And hydrosphere relates with the water, and it is in the three forms, that is solid, liquid and gas. Water is essential to produce electricity. Water is essential for the washing of clothes. Water is essential for drinking purpose. Water is essential for the agriculture purpose. And moving further, now we are going to discuss about the atmosphere. The word atmosphere relates with the term air. Atmosphere consists of gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. In an atmosphere, we have 78% of nitrogen, as it is written here in your book, 78% of nitrogen and 21% of oxygen, and 1% is of other gases. What are those other gases? That are carbon dioxide, hydrogen, argon, helium. All such kind of gases are just 1%. Biggest amount is 78%, that is being covered by the nitrogen. The second part is being covered by the oxygen, that is 21%, and the other remaining gases were just 1%. So hope you all are clear about the term atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. Got it? So moving further, a narrow zone where lithosphere, a land portion, hydrosphere, a water portion and atmosphere meet is called biosphere, where all the three elements, lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere meet, is considered as a biosphere. Biosphere is the one thing which is suitable for the living world. We can able to think that life is possible only in biosphere, because on biosphere we get lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. We need a land portion to survive, we get that in biosphere. We need water portion, so we get that at hydrosphere. And we need air in our environment, so all the three elements are included in the biosphere. So what are the main elements of biosphere? Are the producers and the consumer. Producers are the autotrophs, because they produce their food directly from the environment. And on contrary, if we talk about the consumers are the heterotrophs, because they are not able to produce their food from the environment directly. All the animals are being considered into the heterotrophs. On the contrary, the plants are considered as an autotrophs. moving further, now we are going to discuss about the ecosystem. If you observe minutely in your surrounding, you will find that all the things in your environment are dependent on each other for the existence. For example, if we talk about the pond contain variety of plants and aquatic animal, microorganism or pond water, rocks, etc., they are separately different from each other, but they are dependent on each other as well. Ecosystem can be defined as an interdependence of plants and animal on their environment. Look at the chain. Somehow each and everything is dependent on each one another, and the chain make an ecosystem. The biosphere is made up of separate zone in which each zone has its own physical environment and plants and animal life. This is called an ecosystem. So what is ecosystem? A balance or equilibrium of transfer of energy matter among the different components, and it represents to the chain of ecosystem. Moving further, you have to answer them orally. Which two elements constitute our natural environment? Definitely biotic and abiotic. The second one is, name the four domains of Earth: lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. The third one is, what is the constituent of the hydrosphere? Hydrosphere, the word represents to the water. The last one is, define biosphere. As we have already discussed the definition, a narrow zone on Earth where the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere meet is called biosphere. Where all the other three components, lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere, meet, it became a biosphere, and the life is possible only in the biosphere. Moving further, we are going to discuss about the human environment. Everything which is created by the human being or modified by the human being is included in the human environment. What do you understand by the word modified? For example, we human being are living in a houses, and these houses are being modified by the person or a human. As the another one is, we are using paper for the study. From where we got this paper? A human being cut down the trees and modify the wood into the paper. So human environment refers to everything created by a man. Like, what is included into the human environment? Roads, building, bridges, the water for mining and wells. Everything which is included in our environment and being modified or transformed by the human being is called human environment. Moving further, if we talk about human being survival, like early human beings, when they don't have that much knowledge about the modification or how they can able to modify, how the early human beings survive. Like, if they found a fox, they just take the fox and make the meal of that fox and eat it down. They don't plan anything. But the modern human beings are quite aware and well developed, that they planned each and everything in a better way. Like, now in present scenario, what the human being did, if the human beings are doing agricultural activities, they know that storage of food is quite essential, then only fulfillment the need in at a particular period of time. The storage is also essential. We know the things very well. We introduce the wheel so that we can able to transport the things in a sufficient or in an easy way. We start doing the trade as well. We produce different kind of machine which is further used to make different kind of material. So everything which is being created by the human being is included into the human environment. But somehow this human environment, or we can able to say that the human activities adversely affect our environment at a large scale. Like, we have established number of industries, and we all are aware that industrial pollution how badly affect to our environment. Global warming is occurring in our day-to-day life just because of extinction of large number of plants, animals and birds due to air pollution or water pollution. Our environment is facing such an hazardous effect, and these hazardous effect is created just because of human environment. Hope you all are clear about the topic. Now look at these questions. What is an ecosystem? We have already discussed. The biosphere is made up of separate zones in which each zone has its physical, environmental and plant and animal life. This is called an ecosystem. What are the result of advanced technological activities? Results of advanced technological activities, definitely global warming is occurring there. Global warming, extinction of large number of plants and animals and birds, and pollution of air and water are some of the consequences of technological advancement. Okay, what do you understand by the word technological advancement or technological activities? That we are using the technology, that we are dependent on the machine to the largest extent, represents to the technological advancement. And when we all are aware that the more use of technology will definitely or adversely affect our environment. So revise it once again. What we read in this chapter. Firstly, we start up with the environment. What is an environment? Everything which is available in our surrounding relates with the environment. Environment are of two types. The first one is natural and another one is human. Natural environment consists of biotic. Biotic word relate with the living things and abiotic relate with the non-living thing. And if we talk about the domains of earth, the first one is lithosphere. Lithosphere relates with the land portion or the portion where we all are living. And further, the land portion is divided into three parts. The first one is upper one is crust, that is the solid part or made of different kind of rocks. The second one is mantle. Mantle is further divided into two parts, upper mantle and the lower mantle. And the third one is core. Moving further, we have discussed about the hydrosphere. Hydrosphere word relates with the water, and everything which we gain from the water is considered into the hydrosphere. And the hydrosphere are divided into three types: solid, liquid and gas. And after that, we have discussed about the atmosphere. In our atmosphere, 78% is of nitrogen, 21% is of oxygen, and most of the human beings are dependent on the oxygen, and plant make food from the with the help of nitrogen. And after that, 1% remaining the other kind of gases. And moving further, we have discussed that the combination of atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere make a biosphere, and it is essential for a living environment. Biosphere helps to support the life on the earth. Moving further, we have discussed about the ecosystem and how each and everything is interdependent on each other. And after that, at the last, we have discussed about the human environment. Human environment is everything which is being created by the human or modified by the human. So now your homework is that you have to complete this exercise which is given at the end of the chapter, and try to do this exercise by yourself.